All right, so today is Friday, the 28th of March, 2025. We look at our fundamentals and check the technicals to see setup that we could trade for today. Now, there's going to be a fundamental event by 8 a.m. That's retail sales from the United Kingdom. And this news measures the change in the total value of inflation-adjusted sales at the retail level and actual greater than forecast to be good for the currency. So if the data comes out good by 8 a.m., then we will have a green color and we can look at buying the pound. And if on the other hand, it comes out bad, it's going to be red and it means you can sell. Retail sales can be volatile, so I will encourage you to look forward to this news. But then I'll switch over to the technicals and I will look at what we can trade. I mean, the currency pair we can trade for this. And I'll be looking at the GBP USD. I'll be looking at the GBP USD. I remember some couple of days back, there was a news from UK like that, which went exactly in line with the analysis and rated about, I think, over 50 pips or so. Now, retail sales is equally a volatile event, which we may look at. Now, for the GBP USD, price has been trading around this resistance zone in the last couple of days, close to like a week now and some days. You know, price has not broken out above. That shows you that that resistance level is really holding the price. So if the news comes out bad for the UK, for the British pound, we will see a bearish movement on the GBP USD. Even if you take it down to 4 hours to analyze further, we discover that recently there was a rejection candle here, which is also signifying the possibility of a downward trend. So we're going to be looking at a news where the data is bad for the pound. And with that, we can safely sell the GBP USD. So I'm bearish bias on the GBP USD ahead of the news by 8 a.m. this morning. And I'll look at the beginning of the week, I gave my weekly outlook and I said specifically that New Zealand USD is going to be bearish for this week. But somehow it really took quite some time. But finally, I think the bears are almost here for that instrument. So if you're there, you're a swing trader, then you should get ready for the New Zealand USD. So the major move may not be this week anymore. Next week, but at least the analysis seems to be working out eventually. And that's how swing trading works sometimes, because we're checking the weekly time frame. And on the weekly, it may take some time before some of the setup takes effect eventually on the 4 hour. So for New Zealand USD, price now is forming a head and shoulder pattern. So I would say we should get ready for a bigger breakout next week. It might sell today, and that's why for you as a swing trader, still put your attention on it today so that you need to make entry. So this is it on the weekly time frame. I want to refresh that analysis again. There was a previous support which became a resistance with a rejection candle from last week. So technically, we should have seen a bearish movement this week, but it took some time. But then the analysis is finally working out just as we gave it. Now we have the 4-hour time frame. Price just broke the trend line. RSI is clearly below 50, and MACD is below 0. So for a swing trader, honestly, it's time to take a sell. So I'll still say, even if you take a sell, still watch it closely, because towards the end of the day, price may sell a little, and there could be some retracement, but then there'll be some there'll be the main continuation later on. So we're still bearish on the New Zealand USD 4-hour time frame. Now, the setup I have for us today, I'll be looking at the Euro CHF. There's nothing much in the market today, at least as at this morning session. Markets, seems to have a high level of kind of quietness. But nonetheless, there is a setup on Euro CHF I've been monitoring, since yesterday, thereabouts. And hopefully it may evolve into a trade today. Let's just watch it closely. And this is Euro CHF. I'll start from the daily time frame. Okay, let me clean it up and start afresh. From the daily time frame, we can clearly see that price hit the previous resistance with some support here. So we have a resistance, support, and support. Now, not only did it turn to support here, the last set of candles here, that's 2 days ago and yesterday, actually formed the tweezer top pattern. It's a candlestick pattern that signifies price will push into the bullish direction. So we hold the bullish outlook on the Euro CHF. We switch down to 1 hour time frame. And this is what I can see on 1 hour. I can draw my trend line here to form a falling wedge pattern and a second one here. And I'm seeing a shoulder here, a second shoulder, and I'm expecting a breakout. So I'm bullish biased on the Euro CHF. And whenever price breaks out above the trend line, trigger a buy on the Euro CHF. Just ensure that your RSI is clearly above 50 at that instance. MACD is already slightly above zero, but it's most importantly, your RSI should be clearly above 50 at the point you want to trigger the buy. So I'm bullish on Euro CHF. It's intraday, so we still expect this to trigger in the course of today. So let's put our attention a lot on that. And finally, I'm looking at the BTC USD. I remember giving us an analysis on BTC maybe yesterday or 2 days ago, I can't remember. And I said I was bearish, and I still maintain that bearish outlook on the BTC USD. Because from the daily time frame, we can see we have a descending trend line, which towards this is a higher low. Lower high, lower high. The third lower high right here, but then there's also a range. Price has been ranging around that zone, and currently the price has broken out downwards. So it's a 4-hour candle. Maybe you wait because this looks more like a swing setup. Maybe you want to wait for the next 4 hour, or you want to trigger on the 1 hour. Well, that's a choice. It's an independent choice. For me, I would rather wait since the whole setup is looking more 4 hour like. But all the same, we are bearish on the BTC USD. RSI is clearly below 50 on the 4 hour. RSI is clearly below 50 on the 4 hour. So you may want to wait for maybe the next 4-hour candle, and you can trigger a sell downwards on the BTC USD. All right, so that's going to be all from my end this morning. I've analyzed a few instruments. We looked at the British pound, GBP USD. That's the instrument we're analyzing for the retail sales, which we're expecting by 8 a.m. this morning. And we are bearish on the GBP USD. So again, if the data comes out bad for the retail sales, we can safely trigger it down the GBP USD. And I also analyzed, I brought back the New Zealand USD, which we analyzed earlier. Said it's about time for it to trigger into itself. It is being set up, so that's just a swing traders. And BTC USD, I'm bearish. Euro CHF, BTC USD, I'm bearish on 4 hour. Euro CHF, I'm bullish on the 1 hour. All right, so that'll be all from my analysis this morning. Take a few questions as begins to round up. Mr. Akpan is asking me to check GBP AUD. Joshua is asking me to check gold. So let's look at both instruments. All right, so this is GBP AUD. On the daily time frame, now this is 4 hour, but let me go back to the daily. This is the daily time frame. You can see that price, is trading around a resistance level on the daily time frame. Let's go to weekly. Okay, let's stay with the daily. We have a resistance level on the daily time frame there. The price just tested it even today, and technically we are bearish on the GBP AUD because price is just around that resistance. Let's go down to 1 hour. This is the 1 hour. We're seeing some slight possible reversal. So again, for even this GBP AUD, if the news by 8 o'clock comes out bad for the pound, you can sell the GBP AUD. So that's my outlook. I'm bearish on GBP AUD. And this is a 15 minutes time frame. You can see we have a very perfect looking rising wedge pattern. So price triggers downwards. Now, if the data for the retail sales comes out actually equal to forecast and there's no activity, just relax with time. Technically, either the GBP USD or even the GBP AUD will still sell. So if you need to wait technically, wait for the trend line to be broken before you take a sell on especially this GBP AUD. So I bearish on the GBP AUD, bearish on the GBP USD. And for gold, you're welcome, Mr. Afan. So look at gold now. All right. So this is gold. Now, gold has been in an uptrend since yesterday and currently is testing the trend line again on both the daily and the weekly. Okay, let me say it's clearer on the daily time frame. So we might be taking gold, might be taking a little break. It may be entering into some retracement phase today based on this, except market condition changes, because you can see clearly that it's touching the tip of this big trend line. We have a rising wedge. This is the higher high, higher high, higher high, and price is back to this level. And technically, for a rising wedge pattern, price makes a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. It's a higher high. The next should be a bearish wedge. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to touch because here you can see it made a higher high, it retraced and continued. And that even gives me a little insight. It's not too clear whether we're going to have a kind of a double top here, which may now drive price downwards. But even if price does not drive downwards to the next higher low over there, there could be some slight break, some slight retracement. And let's check if there's any fundamental on dollar. Okay, there is a core PC price index by 130, but to be honest, it's not really a very volatile news. So it's not something we should really bother ourselves much about. But then technically, we should be seeing some breather on gold touching, except if there is a massive volatility in the market that will push it past this level. Otherwise, we are expecting some retracement on gold. So it's not yet the time to buy gold. Just hold on. I was telling people in Lagos class yesterday for training. Three things we do in the market: we buy, we sell, and we wait. For gold, it's a time to wait. Except if you're already on a buy, I will ask you to start looking at possibly taking your profit. But if you are not on any trade on gold, the best you can do for now is to wait and let's see clearly if there is going to be the possibility of a reversal. And two ways we can cite that: possibly we have a candle, maybe a rejection candle, or a chart pattern. Those are two things we can look at that will help us know that price will eventually reverse on gold. So for now, we are just not clear as to what gold is doing. We need to take exercise patience to know the next move of gold. All right, Baba Sunil, our GBP USD, I've already analyzed that possibly joined us late. I'm bearish on the GBP USD. There's retail sales by 8 o'clock, and from the technicals, we'll hold a bearish outlook. So if the data comes out bad for the GBP USD, bad for the GBP, that's the British pound, then you can sell the GBP USD. All right, I think I've attended to all the questions, the analysis session here. Please trade safe and enjoy the rest of the day. The videos will be made available in your WhatsApp group, so you can go there. And for those on Telegram channel, go there and watch. And if you don't have a funding account with PU Prime, please go ahead to our WhatsApp. Go ahead to our website right now and open a live trading account at puprime.com. And if you want to enjoy more signals on PU Prime, then you need to have a funded account with PU Prime. So, so they can be a part of our funded client groups where we drop a lot of profitable signals. So just fund the account, and the account manager will help you to get connected to that group. All right, so that'll be the end of the analysis today. Do have a great day and a great weekend. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, sir. Have a good weekend.
You too.